Well, we are stuck. We are very deep. We tried to park in this place that's right by the river, but unfortunately there is a very thick patch of stones and we are very, very stuck. So John Lee is putting the pads out in the hopes that we can get ourselves out, but we might need some help. Somebody's here with the truck and John Lee has a rope and we're gonna hope they can pull us out.
Pull us out backwards.
Oh my God.
Alright, I would say that's probably...
Gee. Yeah. Oh my gosh. There you go. Alright, after getting stuck a third time, Bernie needed a leash. Okay, well, we tried to go to a new camp spot and the road is closed. So we are really striking out tonight. So
I guess
Walmart?
off to Walmart.
Here we go. What's up, everybody? I'm Sarah. This is John Lee, and we live and travel full-time in our Ram ProMaster van, and we are currently venturing through all 50 United States. Today, we are in Tonka State Park in Missouri, exploring these castle ruins.
We are right now just outside the Lake of the Ozarks in Missouri. We have a full video of the Ozarks in Arkansas, which you can click on in the link below. We'll have that for you if you haven't seen that yet. It's pretty cool. Check that out. Check that out. But in this video, we will be exploring the Ozarks in Missouri, starting here at Tonka. And about these ruins behind us, there's an old rich guy that bought a piece of property, wanted to build a castle, so he built the castle and died before he could finish it.
Okay, let me get you some more detailed history. Snyder, a wealthy Kansas City businessman, visited the area and was so impressed that he began purchasing land to build his private retreat. He envisioned a European-style castle with 60 rooms and a center atrium rising 3 1/2 stories to a skylight. He also planned a water tower, greenhouses, and stables. The materials were extracted from the area with sandstone quarried nearby and transported by a mule-drawn wagon and miniature railroad. Construction began in 1905, but was halted a year later with the death of Snyder in one of the state's first automobile accidents. The castle originally overlooked a small spring-fed lake. In the 1920s, Snyders fought to stop the construction of Bagnell Dam, but failed. The resulting Lake of the Ozarks divided the estate and consumed the small lake. Eventually, the property was leased for use as a hotel. In 1942, sparks from a chimney ignited the roof. Fire gutted the castle. The carriage house burned the same day, and in 1976, the water tower was burned by vandals. Today, only the ruins remain.
Oh, it's right here. It's right off the parking lot. Whoa. Yeah, that's neat. That is really cool. It's like a cave tunnel. It's cool.
The snail.
Not me.
Point out the snail. Very interesting hike. It's like super steep. You probably can't really tell, but it's really cool just all along this like rock wall. So peaceful. And it started off a little bit cloudy this morning, but it's actually turned into a really gorgeous day here. It's about 85, sunny. I think some storms are coming though, but hopefully we'll be all right. So last night we thought we were going to stay in Springfield, but as it turns out, it really wasn't like a super like safe area. We could kind of tell just as soon as we arrived, but then once we kind of looked it up more and like where to stay, people were saying it's really not like the best place to be. So we actually didn't end up spending much time there. And instead we just made our way over to a Walmart that was in Marshfield, which was the perfect layover to be able to come here today. So it all worked out and Walmart was cool. We stopped at Dollar Tree this morning to get some little pastime things to do. Got Uno cards, coloring book, the crossword puzzles. Yeah. So that when Starlink doesn't work, John Lee has something to work on.
Let's go. Credit card still approved. All right. Gassed up. Where are we going?
I say we stop for lunch.
Lunch sounds good.
We had plans today to do the Tonka State Park, and I guess it just took us less time than we thought it would, so we figured we would head up to the Land of the Ozarks State Park, but unfortunately that ended up just being like super like residential, and there wasn't anywhere where we could just like pull off and hang out. So we actually ended up here at Walmart where we're just gonna hang out a while and make us some lunch.
Starlink.
Alright, so on today's menu is beef and broccoli Asian style. So first I'm gonna marinate the beef for about an hour, and then in the meantime probably eat a snack.
And work on videos. Editing videos for you.
Yes.
like dinner in a Walmart parking lot. All right, just like that, it's dark. Looks like we're spending the night at Walmart. We spent the most of the day in this Walmart parking lot. Ended up just working on videos, and Sarah was working on the blog, which go check that out from northnowhere.com. Tonight we're gonna end up spending the night in the parking lot here at Walmart. So tomorrow, hopefully, we find some cool spots in the Ozarks, better than today, hopefully, and a better, hopefully, a nicer, wild campus spot. So see you tomorrow.
Good morning, everyone. So after spending last night here at Walmart, we need a little bit of nature. So we are going to head towards the Mark Twain National Forest, but we're gonna stop somewhere in between so we're not driving too far. We try not to drive more than like 2 hours each day just because gas is so expensive. So yeah, we're hopping in the van and we're gonna take a little road trip. John Lee has his crosswords ready to go. Yeah, let's go.
Well, we're at our campsite. It's very secluded, very dense forest. There's all these trees, like you can see that one there, that have been knocked over by what looks like the wind. It was pretty cool, nice and quiet. Chill out here for the whole day.
Woo.
Well, this is us roughing it. Bug screen, avocado, hard life in the wild.
Ooh, big storm coming. Trying to close everything up before it gets crazy out there. Okay, we are hunkering down for a big storm that's coming.
It was so nice like 20 minutes ago.
Yeah.
And now
All of a sudden, we hear a lot of thunder.
it's just rumbling
It got
out there.
super gray and dark. And we are just batting down the hatches. Shut the door. Got everything sealed up. And hopefully no trees fall on us because there was a ton of trees laying down around us.
See what happens.
Okay, so I just got an alert on my phone that there's going to be 3-inch hail, and to take cover, and if there's any people or animals outside, they will be severely injured. So we're kind of freaking out a little bit. We have solar panels on the roof, we have 2 fans, and of course our windshield, it's already cracked. And I just saw lightning. And the rain is coming. This could be very interesting. We are trying to makeshift something so we can cover up our solar panel, so at least that doesn't get destroyed. If something happens to the windshield, it's essentially what insurance is for, I guess, so we're just gonna hope for the best. but we'll at least try to protect what's on the roof.
Well, I tried to put a tarp with some foam padding on the solar panel, but we just got a notification on our phones saying that baseball-sized hail, baseball size, is possible. So that I'm assuming will definitely damage everything it comes into contact with. So we're just hoping it passes us. It's starting to rain and we hear the thunder. Yeah, so now we just gotta sit and wait. I don't know what else to do.
Oh God.
We're out in the middle of nowhere.
Thank God we have the van.
Yeah,
Imagine
we're not
like
just in a tent.
That's a thing of the past.
Okay, well, if it starts hailing, we'll bring you back in. Tornado warning in effect until 2 p.m. Severe thunderstorms capable of producing tornadoes was located over Rolla, which is just northeast of us. It is moving east, so that's a good thing. Softball size hail keeps getting bigger. First it was 3 inches, then it was baseball, now it's softball. Radar, let's see, flying debris will be dangerous, those caught without shelter. Mobile homes will be destroyed, damaged, or destroyed.
Yikes.
Tree damage likely.
Alright, so thankfully, I think we are in the clear. No more storms. It's still windy, but it's not raining anymore. We haven't heard thunder for a while. But JONLEE'S just double checking.
Right over here, but I think it's going that way.
But the sun is back out. Bug screens are back up. And I'd say it's time for some food.
Well, it looks like it's about to storm again. These storms keep like popping up right to the west of us, and then they seem to be just missing us, but that won't stop us from dinner. Alright, well, I don't know how well you can hear that, but the storms came back and it is now hailing. It's not the huge baseball size,
Thank God.
but not yet, but it's bouncing around out there. They're getting bigger. Oh man, please don't get any bigger. But it's getting pretty loud in here. They're sure bouncing off the windshield. Oh yeah. Is that mozzarella cheese?
Good morning.
Good morning, my peeps. Well, after last night's storms and hail, luckily it wasn't baseball-sized hail, but it was still hail. And it made it enough that we couldn't really have a fire last night or anything, so...
Convenient.
But today, this morning, it's beautiful. Hardly a cloud in the sky.
Yeah.
It is supposed to storm, I guess, it's like scattered throughout the day. But we're gonna continue down to the National Scenic Riverway in the Ozarks here. There'll be some hiking and some sightseeing, so yeah, let's get to it.
we going?
Well, we're gonna head north to Acres, to the Welch Hospital.
Sweet.
Which seems kind of cool.
Let's go check it out.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, so right now we are walking to the Welch Spring Hospital, which is a place that was built in 1913 by a doctor who specialized in trying to cure lung diseases like tuberculosis, emphysema, and asthma. And basically he thought that by building it right off of the water here, the air from it would actually cleanse the patient's lungs and help cure them with their ailments. So that's pretty interesting. So right now we're just on this hike and we're going to walk up to the remains that are left of it.
It's these awesome hiking shoes.
Yeah. Let's get a shot of those little Walmart slippers.
Watch your lips.
Wow. All these trees are down on this path. We're almost there. We can hear water and people. We must be getting close. So pretty. Oh, peaceful even though it's by a creepy old hospital.
It's so cool, the spring coming out from underneath the rock.
Yeah. That's gorgeous.
Well, we made it to the hospital, which is right over there. Like she said, it is kind of creepy looking. Kind of tucked away behind this rock wall here. Spring comes out of the ground underneath those rocks and comes down into the current river, which is right over there, which is the river that this national scenic river is actually formed around. It's actually a really cool little spot.
So something I forgot to mention was that this spring actually dumps 105 million gallons of water every single day.
All right, we're done here at the spring. Time to head back for lunch.
Yum, my favorite time of day.
And from there, we're gonna start heading south in the scenic river here. Hold on. And go down to a couple other places. One's a little waterfall. The other one's another cool spring. So yeah, let's do it.
Whoa, that is really cool. That is very blue. Welch Spring. The road to get up here was bumpy and some steep parts, but there's a parking lot with only a half a mile trek in to get this really cool spot. This is a blue spring that feeds, the same as the other one, that feeds the current river, but it's so cool. Supposedly it's deeper there. Right here it doesn't look that deep, but then right out there supposedly it drops down to deeper than the Statue of Liberty is tall. So the Statue of Liberty could fit in that hole right there, which is pretty cool. It does not seem it. Very cool spot.
So we're gonna try to go to one more spot today before we figure out our campsite for the night. And a little bit more south to Rocky Falls.
Nice.
Hurry up, I want to go eat my brownie.
Pretty cool little spot. A lot more people. It's a lot easier to get to.
And you can actually swim here, so.
Yeah, it's nice, and the water is fairly, we just touched it, but it's fairly warm. I was expecting it to be freezing cold. Homemade brownies.
A caramel brownie, the perfect end of hiking snack.
And now we gotta go find a place to camp for the night.
Yeah,
Let's do it.
but at least I have some motivation. Alright guys, so we are at our camp for the night. It's not exactly the spot that we thought we were going to come to. We thought it was going to be like a super big clearing, but I don't know, we couldn't really find it. So we just kind of kept driving a couple miles and now we're here at this clearing. But it's kind of crazy because we drove like 30-ish minutes. Didn't pass a single car, didn't see anyone. So there's a fire pit, but it's very overgrown. Yeah. So clearly no one's been here for a while.
Yeah, and it's just very buggy out here. We're swatting flies.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much it for us for the night. We're just gonna hang inside because of the bugs.
In the morning, we're gonna head up to probably to the highest point in Missouri. We'll have that, plus there's a couple other little state parks in that area. So that'll be cool.
Yeah, we'll catch you guys in the morning. Good night.
Good morning, everybody. Last night was a good night. Very quiet, very peaceful, very dark. Right now, we have made our way down to Big Spring, which is the biggest spring in Missouri. So we're gonna actually check that out. We're just at a little visitor center here, getting stamped for the National Park book. after this, we are probably going to make our way up to the highest point in Missouri, which is a good 2 hours away. So hopefully we can get done with this and head up there and do that before it's too late.
Yeah, we just wanted to mention, guys, a couple days ago when we were in the thick of those hailstorms, there were actually tornadoes happening all around us, and apparently they hit pretty hard in St. Louis and killed a few people. So yeah, we feel terrible about that, and our hearts go out to those families, and we're just super grateful that we were somehow able to miss it.
Yeah, the big storm literally broke off, split right around us, and then caused all that damage afterwards.
We were super fortunate. But yeah, weather is no joke. It is something we constantly check on and always make sure to be following up. And thanks to one of my good friends, she had let us know what had happened because we were out of service for a couple days since that storm. So she kind of filled us in on what happened. Shout out to her. Love you, girl. Yeah, so it could be really scary sometimes. And I mean, we come from the Northeast, and we're pretty lucky because we don't really have any major weather things that happen. We don't experience hurricanes really. We don't have earthquakes. We don't have tornadoes. So we're not really prepped for that. We don't know how to deal with those things.
That was the closest I've been to a tornado.
Yeah, so
we're tornado warning on our phone.
We're hoping we never get caught up in anything major. But like I said, we're always checking. We're always making sure that we're in a safe area and doing the best we can. But yeah, just wanted to say we're sorry for those people who unfortunately were not in a good spot during those storms.
These springs are so cool. You can see the water coming out from underneath this cliff here, from underground, and then also from over here. It's so neat. This spring is actually the biggest one in Missouri and one of the world's largest springs. In case you didn't know. 293 million gallons of water come out of this spring every day.
And if you remember, I think the one we were at yesterday was 105 million, and I thought that was crazy. This is extra large.
A lot more. Apparently there's enough water that comes out of here to fill the whole baseball stadium in 33 hours. The St. Louis Cardinals baseball stadium. Yeah. The fact that this water comes from 30 miles away, underground, and just boils up right here, out from under this cliff. And then it just flows, all this water flows right down into the current river. Wild. Alright, we're leaving Big Spring. We're gonna head north now. It's a couple-hour drive. For you, it'll be like that. But
there's 3 state parks that are kind of all in a row that we're gonna check out. So the first one is Johnson's Shut-In State Park,
which apparently is a term they use here in Missouri for a waterfall in rocks. I guess something like that.
So that should be pretty cool. And then the second one, that's right in the middle of the 3, is gonna be where the highest point is. So we'll see how it is. We have to do a bit of research still to see how long the hike is, if there's even a hike or whatever. So we'll see if we're going to actually do that this afternoon or if we're going to do it tomorrow. And then the third one is Elephant Rocks State Park.
Like I said, for you, it'll be like that. And we're here. Elephant Rock State Park in Missouri. So far it's kind of cool. A lot of people here. They even got a food truck out front at the parking lot. They have a trail here, a paved trail that goes all the way around these big elephant boulders.
These boulders behind us are 1.5 billion years old. Not million, billion with a B. It's crazy.
The Golden Stone Inn.
Okay, best for last. Highest point in Missouri. Sauk.
Sauk Mountain. Let's go. Alright, so we didn't make it to the top yet of Missouri. We got a local recommendation for a food joint. Nice barbecue. So we found it, and it's called Baylee Joe's Barbecue. So we're gonna check this out. Let's eat.